Smoke and Mirrors Radio Hour. My name is Jay Weidner, and we have a special guest tonight. My old friend Alberto Villoldo is doing a very rare event. He's actually going to be on the radio, and I'm proud that he's on this show. How you doing, Alberto?
Very well, Jay. Good to be with you on your show.
Yeah, how's let's see, you're probably down in Miami somewhere?
I'm in Miami. I'm looking at the ocean right now.
That sounds nice. Wish I could see the ocean.
There's
not a tidal wave like that 2012 film I just saw.
Yeah, but, how did you like that?
Well, it was very loud.
Yeah, that's what I hear. Flashy and loud.
Very loud. Yeah. Well, I figure that once they ended the world in Hollywood, maybe we don't have to end it in a genuine manner. So maybe it's a good thing. I don't know. But Alberto is a great teacher. He's a shaman. He leads trips to South America. He's an expert in the Caro healing methods. He's of course produced videos with Sacred Mysteries, Healing the Luminous Body, which is one of our best sellers, and of course the new film Infinity, which is about life after death. He is the producer of that film, and that film's getting a lot of accolades right now and being shown all over the country. Alberto was a medical student, and he left and split from the United States and went down to South America because he wanted to find a more holistic way of healing than the Western methods, and the rest is all history. I've known him for years. He's a great guy. So, Alberto, what don't you like about Western healing modalities that would make you want to go somewhere else and look for alternatives?
Well, what I like the best about Western medicine is that you make money. If you're a doctor, you make money when people get sick. And that's kind of counterintuitive. I think that, in many societies around the world, the doctor, the healer, gets paid to keep people healthy. And when people get sick, they don't make anything. So our Western model really is one of keeping you fettered to medicine from cradle to grave. So we have the highest health care costs in any developed country, and we rank, with the UN ranked healthcare systems, we ranked 23rd in the world, slightly behind, I think it was Tasmania or Cuba. So Western medicine is the best medicine in the world for trauma, extraordinary for trauma. In fact, if you get bit by a snake, you don't want to go see your shaman. You want to go to the ER. And then you want to go see your shaman to find out why the snake bit you in the first place. But Western medicine is not very good for chronic conditions. The body is designed to heal very quickly. And when it doesn't, you have a chronic disease that Western medicine is really not that well suited to treat. And that's what got me to go really out of the laboratory where we were researching. I was teaching at San Francisco State University then, and we were looking at mind-body medicine. Can the mind create psychosomatic health and not only psychosomatic disease? And I decided to go and work and study and live with people in the upper Amazon that didn't have MRIs and technology, but that had to use the resources of the psyche, of the mind, of the soul, to heal and maintain their health. And what I learned just blew me away.
Yeah. It reminds me of a story that I read years and years ago, and it was in an American newspaper, and it was in the 60s. And I've actually tried to trace down this report, but I just can't remember who put it out or where it came from. I was just too young at the time, didn't latch on to it. But this report was done by a group of doctors who performed autopsies on people who had died at an advanced age that had never seen doctors in their lives, Americans.
And I'm sure they died wealthy.
They probably did, and you're getting there. You got the point already.
Yeah.
No. What they did was they did these autopsies, and they found astonishing things, which I'm not going to say was covered up by the American medical establishment, but maybe just put under the rug, and that is that they discovered that these people had cancers and things in their lives. They found the scar tissues and things, right? And sometimes massive cancers that the people did not know that they had.
Mm-hmm.
And they never went to the doctor, and the body healed itself.
Yes, absolutely.
And I'm like, wait a minute here, and it just knocked me for a loop. And it was after that I began to, really consider this idea that the body is a perfect healer, and actually possibly, and I know this sounds like a heresy, but maybe Western medicine is actually making people sick.
Well, the body heals itself. We all get cancer 3 or 4 times a year, and the body eliminates it naturally. And and see, what I trained as a medical anthropologist, and I went to study the healers of the Andes and the Amazon, and I discovered that they practice an energy medicine, where they learned how to heal through the luminous energy field that surrounds the physical body, and that organizes the body in the same way that a magnet organizes iron filings on a piece of glass. And we're busy moving the iron filings around with surgery and medication, and these individuals knew how to work directly with the luminous field. And the way that I learned to think about it is that the luminous body, the luminous energy field, the aura, if you would, is an information field. It contains information. And that our DNA, in effect, is like the hardware. DNA manufactures proteins. That's all the DNA does, which is not to diminish it. It's an incredible job. But DNA is the hardware. The software is the luminous energy field. And imagine what could happen if you could download version 7.1 of the software. We could grow new bodies that age and heal and die differently. And this is at the core of energy medicine practices, not treating disease or treating symptoms, but downloading the codes that can help us grow new bodies that are healthy and live well into it, and not that don't subscribe to the average human lifespan. The average human lifespan is 76, 78 years. The maximum human lifespan is upwards of 120 years. And we want to be able to live long, healthy, creative, original lives that are not dependent on blood pressure medication and cholesterol medication. And so we can heal ourselves if we can access the codes that can upgrade the quality of our DNA and our genetic expression. And this is what we do through energy medicine. And what I do today is that I train Western shamans. I train men and women in the practice of energy medicine through our organization, the Four Winds Society. And we're training healers. We're training doctors and nurses and lay people to practice ancient energy medicine techniques that have been around for 10,000 years.
At least. Yeah, it's a fascinating school that you run, and you're doing some really, really good work. The ramifications of what you are doing are going to be felt long after you and I are gone, I think.